7 weather with meteorologist Jackie Layer.
We're still tracking the dense fog out there, reducing visibility down to less than a half-mile in Boston still, along with Beverly and even out towards Bedford, less than a mile in Norwood, about 2.5 miles down towards Plymouth. So we've gradually started to notice some improvement. However, we will start to notice more of the rain showers pushing in over the next hour or so. The leading edge of the snow, though, is back out towards western Mass and even into southernmost parts of Vermont. Now, you may be seeing the blue picking up into southern New Hampshire. The radar is having a tough time deciphering. We're still just tracking rain showers into southern New Hampshire. So those temperatures are still remaining into the upper 30s to low to mid 40s across much of the area. This low continuing to push its way up the eastern seaboard and will continue to push its way in, bringing us that threat for that precipitation. We're talking rain and then changing over to snow once the colder air pushes in from the north and west. And speaking of that colder air, it is knocking on our doorstep. It's just back out towards western Mass right now. But Boston, we're still holding on to the mid 40s, a few 50s southeast of the city right now. So it's going to be a drastic change in the temperature department through the day today. As I mentioned, we're upper 30s into southern New Hampshire, but then notice down towards southeastern Mass, low 50s, so quite the drastic temperature change from northwest to southeast, and we'll notice the colder air pushing in through the afternoon and evening hours. The winds are calm now, so it'll also be a drastic change in the wind department too, when those winds will pick up on the backside of the system. We're looking at gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour, which is why we do have that wind advisory in place for much of the Bay State. That begins at 1 p.m., continues through 11 a.m. Sunday morning. As I mentioned, that's for gusts up to 50 miles per hour, so some isolated tree damage and some isolated power outages cannot be ruled out through the afternoon and into early tomorrow morning. So just be planning ahead for that. By about noon today, we're looking at the leading edge of that rain snow line pushing into north central Mass as well as southernmost parts of New Hampshire. We're talking the Monadnock region, the Route 2 corridor. That rain snow line pushing its way ever so slightly eastbound through the afternoon by about, say, 4 p.m., closing in on Boston with those lighter snow showers by that point. And then we start to notice some isolated snow showers through about dinner time, and then we should see most of that snow is out of here just after dinner time this evening, so just after sunset. And then we should see drier conditions, but it'll be much colder, and along with the wind, it'll feel much colder than those actual air temperatures. Those air temperatures overnight tonight likely upper teens to low to mid 20s. It will be a cold night ahead. That's not even factoring in wind chill, so just be mindful of that. Wind chills will likely be cold tomorrow as well. Going to an inch within the 495 corridor, 1 to 3 inches of snow back out towards central Mass, where Worcester County as well as southernmost parts of New Hampshire are under that winter weather advisory. That's until 10 p.m. this evening. 3 to 6 inches off towards the north and west, and farther off towards the north and west. We're talking southern Vermont as well as portions of the Berkshires could get upwards of 6 to even 12 inches of snow, just because that's the setup there where we could see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates through about midday to the early afternoon. Back here locally, we're not going to be tracking that, thankfully. Here's a view of the rest of that 7-day forecast where you see those temperatures fall through the day. Those winds will pick up later on this afternoon when I was talking about those gusts up to 50. Now we do have that daylight saving time beginning later on tonight to tomorrow morning, so ahead of going to bed tonight, make sure you do change those clocks. Mainly sun-filled tomorrow, but it will be cold, mid 30s, and that cold is short-lived, considering we're back into the 50s by the start of that next work week.